Okay, so if you're going to do a Microsoft Word document with your students, first thing you want to do is open it. This is a Mac, so I have mine down at the bottom. Depends on what you have, where you'll acquire the icon to open it. In this case, this particular Word program does prompt you with a project gallery asking you what to do. So I want to start a new Word document, which is typically highlighted, and I'm going to say open. Okay, so I'm working with a group of first graders, and I say, okay, we're going to make a list of the rules. We've talked about them before. Can someone maybe tell me a rule? And a student says, be safe on the computer. So I say, okay, be safe on the computer. Okay, does anyone have another rule? And another child may say, stay in your seat. Okay, stay in your seat. Alright, so I have a question here. We have two rules, but they sort of look like one rule. What can I do to solve that problem? Maybe a child will say, put it on a different line. So I'll say, okay. Now I'll go back and I'll maybe hit return or enter. I'll say, now it's on two lines. What else would make this look more like a list of rules? Maybe they'll say add numbers. So I'll say, okay, great way to add numbers is you have an icon right up here called numbering. So if I put my cursor in front of the first one we made, I could hit numbering, and there's a number. Oh no, but my second one doesn't have a number. Okay. I could just hit delete, go back to the first line. Alright, now I have two. So let's see, if I go to the next line, if there'll be a number. Oh great, okay, what's the next rule? And you go on and on and on. So you have your list of rules, and maybe I could say to them, well, you know, it would be really helpful if I knew what these were, at which point I can make a heading or a title for my list of rules. They may tell me to go in and capitalize the beginning of my sentences. They may tell me to make some things bold, like for instance, maybe we want to say safe is bold, so I'll teach them about making it bold. And you can go through until you have your list. Then you go up to the file bar and you explain to them what these are. Now there's a lot of them, so you want to really focus on save, close, open, new, and print. And you can explain what the other ones are for, but those are the most important. So you want to say, you know, what could we do first if we want to keep this document? A child might say save. So I'm going to save it. And here comes a box, and I'm going to call it something. What could we call it? Okay, computer rules, maybe someone would say. And I'm not going to save it in my documents. I want to save it in, let's say, a folder that we have for the class, which I don't happen to have on my personal computer. So I would save it maybe to my, you know, desktop, okay? I want to make sure it's a Word document, and I click Save. Then I could say, well, what can I do for us to post it in the classroom? And someone might say, oh, you can use print, at which point I could print it. So it's just getting them familiar with the program. If you have them go to their computer and open up Word on their own, and this is if I wanted to print, I'm going to cancel it. And as I mentioned, writing their name, I'm going to delete all this. So let's say I wrote my name. And maybe I say, okay, now that you have your name, you could bold it, you could italicize it. What else can you do with it? You can make it larger. You could change the font to something maybe that you enjoy more. Alright, so have them play around with it until their name is what they want it to be. Maybe I want to change the color. But it'll give you an opportunity to show them how to do it. And I suggest you do it while they're doing it so they can sort of watch you. And then of course when I'm done, I would save this one also to maybe your personal child folder if you guys have those, or you could just have them print it. It's totally your choice. When I'm all done, let's pretend I saved this. I'm going to go up to Word and say quit Word, or I can do Open Apple Q. I don't want to save it. And then I'm all done. And that's about it. Thanks.